How can you beat the Rams?
All the advantages do go to the Rams. And, JB, I've got to be honest, I haven't been this confident that one team would beat another team in a Super Bowl since Super Bowl III.
Tonight, a dynasty is born, baby.
There was no way we were losing that game. There was just no way to lose that game.
Our games were won during the week. We were so well prepared and confident going in and our game plan and the way we were going to play. We knew they wasn't physical. We knew they didn't want to get hit. My job in Super Bowl 36 was to knock out of anybody that passed me. Break their will, make them quit.
He gets away back to midfield. Now he's still being chased. He's hit. He's sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Curtis dropping back, passing the ball like every down. Like, yo, what are we doing?
Near side. Warner, straight back, big rush, unloads quickly, picked off. It's Ty Law racing down the sideline, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Though we were in the second half, after we got our butt chewed a little bit, we came out, we moved the ball around, we scored the ball, and got back into that game.
Warner stands in, fires, Ricky Proehl wide open. Inside the 10, breaks a tackle. Yes! Touchdown, Ricky Proehl.
We still gave the guy Tommy Brady too much time.
I remember listening to John Madden.
And now with no timeouts, I think that the Patriots, with this field position, you have to just run the clock out. You have to play for overtime.
I remember thinking, why? It's the Super Bowl. You're the Patriots. The Rams are the greatest team ever. You have one chance to right here put it away.
Redmond gets a first down.
And now I kind of like what the Patriots are doing.
Here's Brady again. Up the middle, caught, and it's Troy Brown, and he gets out of bounds, and they might be in Vinatieri's range.
I'll tell you, what Tom Brady just did gives me goosebumps.
And I think Bill Belichick went for it just to see what would happen. And what happened was they started a run that I'm not sure the NFL's ever really seen before and won their first Super Bowl.
Kick is on the way, and it is good! It's good! It's good!
I didn't know that at that time this scrawny kid was coming in here. I definitely did not know that I was watching the GOAT.
Well, growing up, the guys I watched a lot, obviously Namath grew up not far from where I grew up, Bradshaw, Unitas. I didn't try to mold myself after anyone. It's just too hard to try to be like someone else. You take away from what you are.
Look out. Stanford Jennings is going to go all the way. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Back to throw. Quick pass for Rice. Got it out of bounds. And tried it to touchdown 49ers.
The ball is put down. The kick is away. It is long enough, and it is good. The Bengals take a 16-13 lead.
It's a 2-minute drill. We had the best quarterback ever, Joe Montana, and I felt like we could do it. And we were able to move that ball all the way downfield.
Throws over the middle. A fight gets for Rice into the 20. He's down to the 19 for a first down. Back to throw Montana. Steps up, throws. Touchdown 49ers! The 49ers have scored with 34 seconds remaining.
The game is just crazy fun. I don't know how else to explain it. Just that feeling of competing on the field is different than any other sport.
We played Kansas City in the playoffs one year. It went on and on and on.
That's the tightest I've ever been in a game. It was Christmas Day, 1971.
We believed that we had a superior team to the Miami Dolphins.
The Chiefs were on top, and we were the upstarts.
First and goal. Dawson, complete, Podolak, right side, 12-5, touchdown!
We should have had a substantial lead, so the game's tied 10-10 at the half.
So we were in the second half, and we're saying, if those guys don't want to win it, let's go out and win this thing.
Squeeze the quarterback, under pressure, being rushed, rolls right, throws, touchdown!
They had lots of opportunities to score and to put the game away.
Generous, considered by many to be the best money kicker in the game. The kick is in the air.
And it is one. No good. Hey!
Jan will try one from the 42. Everybody say a little prayer for Jan right now. Say it in Norwegian, American, anything you can say it in.
Stenerud. Snap. The play. The kick is blocked. And it comes down to the 25-yard line.
To this day, it's still the longest game in NFL history.
We have finished 5 periods of play. We're going into the 6th. It's overtime.
How you feel, man?
You do not have the ability to quantify what tired means, because you don't know what play is the play that lets you win or lose. It's a fascinating moment, but tired is not a word that could come into your mind.
And here comes the smallest man in professional football.
Come here. Make sure you focus thing out.
The pressure will be on. Kick is in the air, and it is good.
The Dolphins are in the AFC Championship game.
We were a young team going to Kansas City, and coming from behind really gave us the confidence that we could go on and be a super team.
There's a picture of Jim Lynch and I leaving the field, warriors who had expended all of their energy in the quest for valor.
One of the greatest football games ever witnessed in the history of professional football.
I was a happy camper at the end of that game. I was happy that we won, certainly, but I'll be honest with you, I was almost just as happy that that damn game was over.
I mean, it really wasn't a great Super Bowl of where, in fact, the game was great, really, and probably until you got to Dallas and Pittsburgh.
These were the 2 big-time premier teams, and you were either a Steeler fan or you were a Cowboy fan. You had Staubach against Bradshaw. You had Drew Pearson and Tony Hill against Swan and Stallworth. You had the defenses, who were both great at the time. I mean, it was incredible.
On paper, this is the best matchup in Super Bowl history. They won't be playing it on paper.
Really a breakout game and performance by John Stallworth in the Super Bowl.
And Vern Stallworth has been brilliant for the Steelers.
2 touchdowns in the first half, big plays.
Traveled 75 yards, and the Steelers are now trailing by 1 point.
The next biggest play in the ball game might have been Rocky Blyer's touchdown.
Rocky Blyer, who has never been known as a in sport.
If you threw that pass to Rocky 10 times, he would have only caught it that one time. And it happened to be the Super Bowl because Rocky really can't jump that high.
Roger back to throw, has a man open in the end zone, caught, touchdown, dropped in the end zone. Jackie Smith, bless his heart, he's got to be the sickest man in America.
Roger was not giving up. He wasn't going to let his team die on the vine. He kept pushing him down the field.
The Cowboys were fantastic. The Steelers were just a little bit better.
Swan makes his circus catch in the end zone. Unbelievable catch for the touchdown. Super Bowl 13, captured by the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first team in the history of the NFL to win it 3 times.
When I went back, my mom, God bless her, said, Dick, you will go back in coaching. I said, Mom, no, I don't think I'll ever go. She says, you lost the Super Bowl. I know you. You will go back until you win one. All of a sudden, I find myself in a position to do what she said we would do.
Remember Dick Vermeil coming over to me on the sideline, and he's like,
couldn't ask for a better script. Let's go win it right now.
2 minutes to go, game tied, biggest game of your career. Now you have a chance to lead your team down and win the Super Bowl.
At the 27-yard line, Warner to throw.
I'm laying on the ground kind of looking like, is he getting in? And then all of a sudden I just hear everybody screaming.
It is caught by Isaac Bruce, makes the move to the 30, 25-20, and they won't catch him today.
73.
Touchdown Rams!
1:54 to play in Super Bowl 34.
Go win the game! Let's go, boys! Let's go!
3rd down and 5. McNair looking over the middle.
Everything's outside.
Looking to run, now steps back, rolls left, rolls right, in bad trouble back at the 40.
It looks like he's going to get sacked. When we were all thinking the game's over.
He gets away somehow, fires downfield, there's Dyson. Dyson at timeout.
You could sense that they had gained a real momentum mentally, that they really believed now they were going to come and take away the game. And it was scary on that sideline, believe me.
guys. Last play of the game.
McNair drops, throws right side for Dyson. He dives for the end zone. Didn't make it. He came up 1 yard short. Mike Jones, he is the guy that is able to take Dyson down before he can get to the goal line.
Didn't make it. Didn't make it. No. That's it. We won it. That's a game. It's over.
I remember the thought coming off the field. I had my family, my grandkids. I thought about my mom.
I was in 4th grade, and my dad watches the Raiders religiously, and it was so important that he couldn't even watch it downstairs. He had to watch it up in his room, door closed.
Gannon throwing for the end zone, and it's caught by James Jett.
Starts to run with it. He is down to the 5, and he's in. Touchdown, Tom Brady. The Patriots are back in it. The Raiders lead 13-10. The Patriots are out of timeouts. 1st and 10 Patriots at the Raider 42.
Goes the football. Baker dives on the ball.
And all of a sudden, you can hear him cheer, and he was so, you could hear how happy he was, how excited he was, and then all of a sudden it was stopped.
Walt Coleman, the referee, is going into the monitor booth.
For one, all Raider fans think the NFL is out to get the Raiders. It just felt like, here we go again. What will they pull out their ass to steal a game from the Raiders?
The question is, did he pull it down? His arm was going forward, but was he throwing a football?
The tuck rule, to me, it was like the NFL dug deep down into section 427.CF-2.
After reviewing the play, the quarterback's arm was going forward. It is an incomplete.
All right. To pull this rule and just rob the Raiders of a great win.
Ice Cube can believe that the league is anti-Raiders, and that's fine. But everyone in New England believes that the league is anti-Patriots. And everyone in every fan base believes the league is out to get them. The game still carried on.
45 yards, Adam Vinatieri kicks it through the snow.
We went to overtime. Raiders could have stopped us, could have won the game.
Patriots win in overtime.
Can never blame one play. It's just sour grapes.
He's gonna pull that out his ass. What's worse, the rule don't even exist no more. That's how bad it was.
Fly, Eagles, fly. On the road to victory.
When I went up and spoke to the team, there was a certain energy about the team that was different than years past.
Everything that you got for 60 minutes, that's all that stand between you and immortality.
When we ran out that tunnel with the intensity that we did, we were ready to win. There was no doubt about it.
And it is caught by Alshon Jeffrey for a touchdown. The 10, the 5, the train is in the end zone. Driving off a tackle at the 10, angling left to the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
We're going for it right here. We're going for it right here.
Picture you're Doug Peterson. You're in the Super Bowl against Bill Belichick. He goes every year. You got a 4th and goal on the 1. What do you dial up? Corner fade, fullback dive? No.
Yeah, let's do it.
You have the 3rd string running back pitch it to the 3rd string tight end who throws it to the 2nd string quarterback in the greatest call in football history, because if that mess doesn't work, you're an imbecile. But when it works like it did, you get a statue.
Let's go! Let's go!
How cool was it too, the fact that, Tom had just dropped the ball early in the game, and then my quarterback, Nick Foles, easy money.
He can catch better than Brady. We found that out.
No, I thought we only down 10 points with another half to go, bro. We're straight.
You always think the Patriots are going to come back, because most often, they do.
He managed to get it to Gronkowski. Again. And the Patriots, for the first time in this game, take the lead.
It was a nail-biter for a period there. It was like, are they going to be able to close it out? Are they going to be able to do it? I remember watching Zach Ertz dive over with his hands over the line. And then the huge play.
It is 2nd down and 2. He steps up, he's hit, and he fumbles the football, and the Eagles have it.
I was in shock, kind of like a numb feeling at first.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Let the celebration begin.
It's finally our turn to celebrate. It's a surreal feeling, man.
The Steelers are part of the lifeblood in Pittsburgh because that city bonded to that team, and I think the Immaculate Reception really cemented this. When Franco did that, it just cemented the fact that we never give up.
Our first playoff game against the Oakland Raiders was a tough defensive game. We're winning 6-0, only 2 field goals, right? It's getting towards the end of the game, and you know, we're thinking, man, can we hold on?
Stabler to pass, steps away from the rush. He's going to run up the left side. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Touchdown, Oakland Raiders!
You know, here we are winning the whole game, and right at the end, he makes this play to put them ahead.
And the score now, the Oakland Raiders 7 and the Pittsburgh Steelers 6. And that's the biggest play of this ball game.
Well, we get the ball on the ensuing kickoff, and here we are now down to 4th down.
4th down and 10 yards to go. 22 seconds remaining.
Back goes Bradshaw. He's looking. He's in trouble back there. He rolls out to the right. He looks. He throws deep, and it is batted away.
All I remember is leaving the backfield, and I remember nothing until I'm running down the sideline.
The Steelers have defeated Oakland 13-7 in an incredible finish and a play that will be talked about for years in pro football.
And because of that play, winning the first playoff game ever in Steeler history, to put us on the road for the rest of the 70s.
People say to me, wow, what a great game. And I say, no, a great game is 50-0. That game meant that I couldn't eat, I couldn't get out of my chair, I couldn't go to the bathroom. I was frozen. I was just frozen in that chair, man. I was so nervous.
So 18 seconds, and it will be 1st down and goal at the 2.
We're down 10-7. We got a chance to take the lead going into halftime. Feeling really good about ourselves.
He throws the pass. It's going to be picked up. James Harrison has it.
And as bad as it is, at least he's not going to score. And then I just watched him weave in and out. And I watched one guy miss him after another guy miss him.
Still on his feet at the 45 and down. No, he's still on his feet.
Get him down. Get him down.
Amazing play.
Defense, we had a 100-yard return. I think that was it.
Can I get one out of you? I gotta get one last drive. One last drive.
At the time, I really didn't have the money to be flying around like that, you know? I was spending my life savings at that point to go see them and praying that they were going to win. And when Larry Fitzgerald caught that long touchdown, my stomach sunk.
Fitz is 40, 30, goodbye! Cardinals lead! Touchdown! Larry Fitzgerald!
You gotta be kidding me!
But I knew if anybody could get us back into it, it was Ben. It was the comeback kid.
He escapes, starts running to his right, throws it on the run. The pass is caught out over the 25. Complete to Santonio Holmes with a great catch in traffic. Holmes fires a pass, it's caught. Running down the sideline, Santonio to the 10. Santonio tackled at the 5-yard line with 51 seconds to go. Ben gets the snap. He's back, he pumps, he scrambles around, throws it back corner of the end zone. Santonio with a touchdown! did it!
I mean, if you tried to do that 10 times, you probably couldn't do it once.
A lot of people, myself included, would argue that that was the greatest Super Bowl game ever played.
Very special.
We were the underdogs. Cleveland had a really good year. Kosar and that group, they were dominant.
We knew we had our hands full going in there. We're going into the dog pound.
We've come too damn far. I'm telling you, to be denied.
Let's go. Kosar backpedaling. He's throwing the home run ball for Brennan. Turns one way, turns the other. Got it. Ball at the 50. Touchdown. 5. Touchdown, Brown. You may have just seen the straw that broke the Broncos' back.
I remember that all of the media had been brought down to the field in anticipation of the end of the game. And as we were being brought down to the field, we saw them wheeling the championship, the Lamar Hunt Trophy, into the Cleveland locker room.
And the Broncos are 98 yards away from where they need to go.
Our left guard, Keith Bishop, said, you know what, boys? We got them right where we want them.
Come on, Johnny!
He was asked to do ball control offense until, 2 minutes left, then he calls his own plays and they cut him loose and it's away we go.
John Elway has just thrown the touchdown to Mark Jackson.
But that just tied the game. Then we lost the toss for overtime. We stopped them 3 and out and got that field goal. It went right over the upright.
Carlos's kick is on the way, and it is good!
When people ask me what's the single greatest moment you've covered in your career, that's what I always tell them because it was the day Elway became Elway.